So I'm just going to make a quick little video. This is on changing the fluid in the rear differential of the Ford Escapes that have the all-wheel drive. If you get up under the car, let's see if we can show you where we're at. Just straight up from the back, there's going to be this plastic cover with 4 10mm bolts that sits over it. So let's see, yeah, right there. And they're really screws like this. And you just pull those out, 10mm. And then there's another video of a fella doing this, and he says it would take 2 or 3 hours on the ground. I don't think so. It took me 20 minutes last time. And then the big thing is just get in there. There's the plug that you get out. You can use a serpentine tool, belt tool, but they're usually too long. What I did is I just took a piece of bar stock and I had a couple of broken ratchets. So, because that's where it always breaks, is on the end. And then I just used a flux core welder. That's why it looks nasty. And welded it on and then ground it off. So make sure it was flat, because with flux core you always get a bunch of spatter. But I'm too cheap to waste nice gas on this. And that's the tool that I made. Evidently Lowe's has a really thin ratchet, because it's the length here that has to fit, that most ratchets don't fit in that space there. But basically, you just, once you get whatever tool you're going to do, you get it in there, and you go towards the passenger side to loosen. I already did mine. I did this last time, I think, at about 75,000 miles. I now have 113, and I was going to change it again because I do a lot of driving in the snow, and it's not off-road, but there's a lot of mud that on the trails I have to drive to go hiking. So this gets used a lot more probably than some other ones, all-wheel drive ones. I use it more like it's one of the new Bronco Sports probably. In fact, I'm going to be selling this pretty soon and getting one of the new Broncos once they come out. But I'm waiting until you can get the Sasquatch package with the manual. So it'll probably be at least a year. But anyways, I do really like the car until you have to work on it. They just get these dumb little things like this. I bought this used at 55,000 miles, and the only problem it's ever had was the turbo, the wastegate linkage went, so I had to replace the turbo. But there we go. See how it's coming out? And then once you got it out a little ways, you can just take it off by hand. There was only a tiny bit of metal on the magnet. The first time there was quite a bit, but like in the other video he says, if you have a bunch of crap on there you need to replace, you don't. You know when you need to replace it because it ain't working right. But see, there's a little magnet in there, and it'll catch little metal shavings. I went to undo mine, and my fluid was still nice and yellow and clean looking. It looks just like brand new oil, so I'm not putting any more in mine. When I did it the first time, though, it definitely did not look like that. It was disgusting. So you do want to do this at least once, I'd say every 100,000 miles. Basically, if you haven't done it, whatever mileage you're at, I would do it just to see where it's at. And then what you're using, oh, I already put it away. The oil that you're going to use is... I just got this Valvoline from, I believe, AutoZone AWD gear oil. For the PTU, or the transfer cases, I think of it, I use this 75-140 synthetic, which I'll be doing after this. But basically, that's all you got to do. It ain't hard. The only hard part is getting a tool that'll go in there, and then... getting it back in. Sorry, my hands are all dirty. I don't want dirt in these threads. I'm going to wipe this off. But that's it. I would say for someone who has absolutely no idea what they're doing, 40 minutes. For most people, 20 minutes. It's taken me about 5 minutes this time, but that's just because I didn't have to drain out all the oil. There's only one plug in here. So what you have to do is you just go to CVS, get you one of these for like $8. Little, it's like a syringe but without a needle. And then I actually got this, I think, off eBay. years back, I bought one of those crappy eBay kits just to try it out, and this was leftover vacuum line. You go to AutoZone or whatever and just get some hose that'll slide in the tip of yours, whatever size it is. And you want about a foot or so of hose, and you want it to be a little bit flexible because there's a weird bend it has to go around in the beginning. But then the way I did it is I would suck out and measure how much came out, and then I put it in a cup or a bowl or whatever, and I would mark that off on paper. Don't trust your mind, you'll forget. And you mark off how many milliliters you take out, and then I just put back in that exact same amount. That way, whatever I took out goes back in, and I don't have to worry about, what's the fill amount and all that garbage. So that's how I did it. You can comment, but I don't really look at these videos, so I probably won't respond, or I may respond in like 2 years. But hopefully this helps somebody. If anything's wrong, though, and you know it's wrong, please comment. If you're not sure, tell people that you're not sure, but you might think that something is better or not. See, Ford's got this, God darn it, thread sealant in here. You want to put some more in there. You don't want to you see it's all gone, basically. That's actually, really, I think that's just thread locker. I don't know if there's any sealant, but I'm going to put some sealant and thread locker on there. You don't got to tighten this down a whole bunch. It's, it's not a head bolt or something. I can't use a torque wrench to get in there to tell what I'm putting it under, but I would guesstimate I'm only putting it in about 10 to 15 foot-pounds. So we got some nice blue thread locker there, and then some thread sealant there, and just got those at AutoZone for a couple of bucks. And yeah, all right, good luck to you on yours.